It's a new take on the Old West. Hello everyone and welcome to Movie Reviews by Josh. My name is Josh Terry and today I'd like to talk about News of the World, which is a new movie from Paul Greengrass, who did a couple of the Bourne movies. But this time, instead of doing secret agents and government conspiracies and all that kind of stuff, we're talking about the Old West. This is set in Texas in 1870, so it's the post-Civil War era. And it follows a character named Captain Kidd, a Civil War veteran who's played by Tom Hanks, who basically goes from town to town just literally reading the news. He gathers up a bunch of newspapers and people pay him to just kind of sit at night and listen to him read about what's going on in the world. Kind of an interesting job, really. And in the course of his travels, he comes across this girl named Johanna, and she has been orphaned twice because as a young child, she was part of a family of settlers that was attacked by a local Indian tribe. She was taken in and basically not quite raised by them. I mean, she's about 9-10 years old, but she doesn't speak English. She only speaks the Kiowa dialect. And so when he finds her, the tribe that she was with has also been attacked and killed. And so she's just orphaned twice over, and eventually figures out that she has some, an uncle and aunt who live about, I want to say 400 miles away in this other Texas town, which happens to be at the other side of a very, very dangerous journey. So this is basically the story of the two characters, Tom Hanks and Helena Zengel, who plays Johanna, give great performances as this odd couple that are making this long journey across Texas to a destination that may or may not actually be right. That's kind of the question here, and I think if you've seen a lot of Westerns, you probably will think about The Searchers here, which had kind of a similar narrative in that John Wayne's character was going out after this girl who had been kidnapped, and the question was, after you've been in one culture or the other for a long time, where do you really belong? And that's one of the themes that emerges here. There are also a lot of themes that I think we can apply to our own day. Luckily, the movie isn't very just hammering you over the head with the way you're supposed to take it, and I think that there's some good subtlety, and it's very thoughtful. And of course, they're encountering all kinds of dangerous characters and people along the way. There's a lot of themes about racism, because just in the immediate aftermath of the Civil War, there's still a lot of tensions about people who have been forced to give up the slavery culture and lifestyle, and just other people who are just kind of out in the West and feel like they don't like the idea of a government thousands of miles away trying to tell them how to live their lives, just as they're out trying to settle in the Old West. So there are a lot of contemporary themes that are tied into kind of the specific themes at the time, and give you a lot to think about. And I generally enjoyed this one. I would say overall I'd probably give this a 3 stars out of 4. It was good. I think it was well produced and, of course, well acted. Tom Hanks, I don't know that he's doing anything particularly Oscar-worthy here, but he's giving a good, solid performance. Helena Zengel does a really great job as this girl who really has to struggle to communicate at all. So they're a really great pairing, and overall, yeah, pretty good. Not gonna be my favorite Western of all time, or really on my top 10, but I think that as a way of approaching some interesting themes and questions, it kind of a unique angle. It feels like, as opposed to a lot of the traditional Westerns that you may have seen, this one is approaching some different things, and kind of that little post-Civil War window that I think is kind of unique and will be interesting for people to see. So I mentioned before, News of the World is PG-13. There's some violence, a little bit of profanity here and there, and there's also some implied sexual content. It's more like I said, implied, suggested. This is definitely a PG-13 movie. You're not going to be shaken by what you see so much as really your fears for this pair, specifically the little girl. So what's your favorite Western? Leave your answer in the comments below. Thank you for watching. This has been Movie Reviews by Josh. My name is Josh Terry. I would be very, very grateful if you'd subscribe to my channel on your way out and leave your notifications on so you can see the new videos as soon as they're posted. Thanks for everything, and take care.